Hello guys, it's me Dedicated Being again. So this video is going to be my 6th semester sketchbook tour. So I don't have an habit of maintaining particular book for my every semester designs, but from 6th semester I started having one because I can do everything in that particular book like brainstorming concepts, random concepts and random writings and all. So when I got stuck I can revisit all these things and I can improve my designs. I highly recommend you people to have one particular book every semester, especially for designs. So let's get started with my 6th semester sketchbook tour. So our 6th semester design problems are mall and a cultural center together in one site. So I've done everything in this particular book. So let me start off with the brief. So we were given mall as our first design problem, and this is the basic points which I've noted over here which I felt important, and I've underlined the important lines and all. So I've started with my site analysis. So this is the site of 20 acres and it is having some contours just 1 meter to 2 meters height, and I've done some sun path and then a north point indication and some wind directions, and I have also mentioned some wind directions and wind paths happening on site. And the site is surrounded with 4 roads and all these roads were busy roads, and I think it is justified because we are working on mall and cultural center. And I have also mentioned which road leads to which area and all. And also the wind directions I've clearly segregated into early morning winds, midday winds and evening winds. So moving on, and also I've mentioned some important points which is user experience as a key thing for my project, because user experience, as we are dealing with mall and cultural center, I think it's must. So then I've started working on my micro level observation, which is nothing but, in simple words, context analysis. So I observed surrounding buildings around my site because I'm dealing with mall and cultural center. So the context should be healthy and people should come there frequently so that the mall get benefited properly. So that's my micro level observation, and these are the things around. So residential, office spaces and hotels, commercial spaces and lakes and all. So context analysis is very important, especially when you're dealing with the commercial spaces, commercial projects. So yeah, it is important to consider context analysis in projects like malls, cultural centers or etc. So context analysis is nothing but getting to know what kind of people live there, will they like socialize properly and all. So yeah, these are the pie charts which I've mentioned about the type of people around, like the residential people, the office spaces around, the commercial around, the hotels and all. I've segregated into particular percentages, and based on that I've got to some conclusions end of the study. So one of the conclusions which I understood is, as there are many office spaces around, I thought of providing particular entertainment park or entertainment zone for employees who are working there so that they can chill out in that particular space in my site. So in the exact front side of my site I have a IKEA furniture store. So I've wrote some basic points about this and also considered different points which I have to include in my mall. So after knowing about this IKEA store and also the percentage of people visiting IKEA, so I thought of having entrance exactly opposite to IKEA so that the customers get attracted and get into my mall and get proper benefits for the mall. So these are the points which I've noted over here. And moving on to next one. So I worked on another mall which is very nearby. So the site is having another mall which is just 7 kilometers, and it is also a very old mall. It is an in-orbit mall which is just 7 kilometers from this site. So over here it is a very straight road which is easily accessible. So in-orbit mall is generally a hub for mostly office people, employees who visit in-orbit mall especially for the purpose of food in the afternoon. So the rush of this mall is very huge in the afternoon, and these are some case study sheets which I've done. And These are some sketches and points, and this is a rough model to understand the parking which is happening over there. And these are some inferences which I have took end of the day from this particular mall. There are positives and there are negatives. So overall from this project I got to know some pros and cons about maintaining a mall or something. So I've also done my desktop study, and these sheets are desktop analysis and inferences which I've took end of the day. So the thing which I've done is Emporia Shopping Center, which is in Sweden, which is very awesome one. So these are some sketches which I have done, and some structural material palette which they have used in the exterior facade. So this is very unique project, and this inspired me a lot, this desktop study. So it is mostly having color emphasis on every floor, so every floor will be having different colors so that people can recognize which floor they are and all. So here are some more sketches, and here are some joints because the facade is having a curvilinear entrance. So these are the facade details which I have understood from overall project. So moving on to the interiors of this particular project, as I said, every floor is having a different color emphasizing whole interior. So the escalators emphasize complete blue color, and the stairs emphasize green color with some plants overhanging. And it is also having terrace garden where they placed artificial contours and some glazed elements and all, so that people get attracted. So I've also noted some positives and negatives of that particular project, so that it will be really helpful for my mall. And that's the whole thing about my desktop study. So after every study, these inferences really help you a lot in your project, which will make you realize what to do and what not to do for your projects and all. So the inferences are key things to continue with. So moving on to the next thing in my sketchbook, which is my concept line, that is continuity of past and present. So past basically means the museums in my project, and present means the mall, urban life. So I thought of including both at one place so that there will be a proper understanding of life. And then I've got into my requirements. I've wrote down every single thing in this requirements, what all need to be there, because I don't want to miss out anything end of the day. So I wrote down everything, and I used to check everything whether I gave it or not while designing my things. So the requirements of cultural center and mall were included here. Like for example, a mall require proper escalators, fire exits, restaurants, retail spaces, how many retail spaces should be provided, recreation areas, etc. So I thought of giving everything, and I note everything. And then we were given an exercise to work on the spaces, kind of spaces we are to deal with. Like as I wrote all the requirements, in that we need to divide public and private spaces. So we can divide it through matrix chart. So this is the matrix chart exercise which we were given. I think this really helps us to understand what is public and private space and what all to place and all. So these are some butter sheets which were added later on about my concept and what all the things which I need to do. So I thought of knowing the needs of your context is important. So I worked on the needs of the context. So these are some needs which I want to include in my mall and cultural center. So I've analyzed what kind of people live over there. There are some residential people who require useful facilities like urban life, easy access and all. So in that way I've divided everything. And then I thought of questioning myself, how am I going to achieve this continuity of past and present through all these context requirements. So from educations, like educating with the help of museum, art galleries and all, and residential and entertainment, which is the residential people were like stuffed into buildings. So I thought of giving proper entertainment zone in my particular mall. And also thought of using sustainability in my built up spaces, and also healthcare, which includes mental health care. Actually I want to provide proper green spaces and proper workshops for the people so that they can be trained mentally and also be fit mentally. And then workplace, as I said, the office people who are coming over here should be relieved with all the stress and tensions which we undergo on daily basis and all. So, and then I got into my actual concept line, continuity of past and present, which is nothing but parallel movement of past and present at one place. So the past and present were divided in the requirements. So it's nothing but the present urban life, which is and above the ground, and the past, which are museums and art galleries, which are under the ground, which represent the past. So yeah, that's about the concept line and the user requirements, contest requirements. So after the concept got approved, I got into form development. This is my first work on form development, which is not approved, and this is the second development, zoning of particular spaces, so many rectangles, so many curves and all. So this is the second one, and the view of that particular project is this. I thought of having a roof garden and having a mall and cultural center on either side and connecting both of it. And then I've explained the roof garden circulation and all, how it works and how can people move easily in this particular thing. And then some random sketches of ramps and all. And then I've started working on the third one. Third layout will be having 5 particular blocks, and each block will be having some functionality. The first block, which is completely green color, which is the parking one, and I've gave all the details of what is happening in the parking and all. And then the sectional view of this parking. So I've got into another circulation and bubble diagram thing, like what space is going to come first and which one is going to be last, and what is its circulation thing which will work and all I've mentioned over here, and also along with the cultural center. So all this blue line includes the walking space of accessing different spaces. And then some more random sketches and random ideas which I've sketched over here. So I've done a neat representation work for the purpose to explain my faculty. So I've wrote down my concept line, the past and present. The past represents museum and galleries, and the present represents mall and cultural center. And then I worked on the entrances and gathering spaces of these particular blocks, 5 blocks, and their entry point, and what all the junctions were there around, and also the possibility of the entrances. And this whole rectangle represents an existing building which is of 24 floors height. So this is the entry point of all these 5 blocks and the museum gallery spaces. And this is under general bubble diagram of all the things. And here is a view understanding each block and how it works. And these 3 blocks are especially related to mall, so I detailed out every block and what is happening in that block, the shopping, the entertainment, and then the restaurant stalls, etc. So the 3 blocks views is going to be in this way. And then some random ideas of things. So I think after that the faculty told me that those kind of heavy things might not work properly. So I got into rework again on the form of my mall. So I worked on this, and these are some sectional elevations and some views which I worked after the review. And these are like pretty well going and kind of working. And then again I got into each block and what is happening, human height, proportions, and what is that center bubble kind of organic shape, and what is happening over there, and what is the circulation and all. So moving on to the next one, which is the overall view of the blocks, which is looking like this. So I also mentioned the pedestrian entries, parking entries, and all in this particular view. So the main road and the block spacings and all. So coming to my site plan, so this is the basic stage, the first stage of my site plan, which was okay-ish, but there is a lot of changes which was happened end of the day. So the center we have a museum and cultural center spaces, which are those are circular ones are the skylights and the entries, the parking entry, and also the car entries, exits, and all were just basic ones were mentioned over here. So this is the first level of site plan, and the central circular bubbles were skylights as I shown over here. So these are the skylights which let proper ventilation into the underground museum and art galleries. So these circular skylights also attract people, visitors, and there are some seating spaces in between these skylight areas on ground. So this acts as a good park and also provides proper ventilation into art and galleries. So these are other details of blocks and the skylight coming over there, and how to manage that skylight with the help of these columns and all, different columns and all. So that's my option 1, and option 2 is kind of sinking skylight and all. So after these I worked on CAD, and I finalized my mall completely. So now I've started community center, which is cultural center. So I worked on desktop study of Clayton Community Center. So this is the work, and the inferences which I've printed into A4 sheets and placed over here to understand properly. So then I've started with my cultural center form development and worked on some concepts and form development. So this is the first form development which I've done. So these are the sketches of cultural center which I've thought about. So I thought of giving a common space on either sides and connect two blocks together. So that's my mall and the museums and then cultural center. I thought in that way. And then I detailed out each space, which is plazas and the central transition space and all. So the circulation arrows and all, how it works. And then detailing of first floor, second floor layouts. And then the OTT and the central space, museum entrances and all, I worked on it. And then open amphitheater. So over here I placed the exact cultural center form on a site, as my mall and cultural center are in one site. So I've placed it and presented to my faculties. So they like the process of developing that particular cultural center form, but they felt like the mall and cultural center are not getting in equally, they're not in a particular flow. So there is some drastic abstract way of dividing, so they told me to work on other shapes. So I thought of going to this option, which is including the same bubble entrances, so that it will be in a proper sync with the mall and cultural center. So and then I've done some exterior zoning, site level zoning of how spaces works, like mall, cultural center, the road entrance, car entrances, exits, pedestrian entry and all. So these are some basic comparisons between the concepts of mall and cultural center. And then I got into the single line understanding of cultural center, single line plans, and dividing the spaces equally, and these are also the same way, the second floor, the first floor and all. So this is a plaza space where this is a kind of ramp which gives entry to the museums and all. So in the whole mall and cultural center, due to the huge organic openings, the bubble shape openings, it became somewhat difficult for me to zone out spaces, but still it is very interesting and also very challenging for me to work on this kind of spaces. So these are some developments, and then this is a auditorium which I wanted to give on site, and then again the plaza space and the entrances. And then on mall terrace I have this concept of grow leaf, where all the terrace gardens will be placed, and special things like vegetables will be used over there. So this cultural center underwent so many development stages. So this is the concept development stage 1, where I've developed a rectangle block into some organic shape, and then these are some sectional elevations and lighting. The blue lines include the wind and the red lines include the sunlight and all. So this is the development stage 1, and moving on to the stage 2. So this is a concept development stage 2. I thought of giving these organic bubble entrances in the central space so that other either sides will be having completely occupied spaces, properly occupied spaces. So these are some development stages. So these are some schematic sketches of form development of this cultural center, and then interior layout, like how the spaces are zoned inside, and this is some transparent layout. And then this is a rough site plan where the block is going to be and all. So this is the cultural center block, and over here there is a recreation space, and I thought of having this kind of seating arrangement over here, which is like can be worked in any weather conditions. So after these schematic sketches, I worked on AutoCAD and completed the single line and double line layouts, and also Photoshop presentations and all. So I'll be posting my 6th semester portfolio very soon. So stay tuned, and that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.